Good morning, Huntsville. I'm filling in for Rob today.
Faith has a new frequency. The Spirit of Huntsville. KHSP-LP, Huntsville, Texas. Spirit 94.3.
So you do a microphone test in the morning, everybody?
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, 8:22. This is officially the earliest we've ever started the show. As you can tell, I'm very tired.
Yep.
Very early this morning. Joshua Mashi here in the house. By the way, Deneen was going to fill in for me. If you were on the internet stream, you just heard her fill in.
Yep.
Welcome, everybody. Quite a few technical hurdles this morning. Family hurdles and technical hurdles. But all is well. I heard a preacher one time say, all is well. And so welcome in, everybody.
Oh, by the way, I liked that calm analogy yesterday.
Which one?
Calm?
Calm? Oh, yeah. Calm. From you were listening.
Yes.
Yeah, calm. CALM. I forgot what all of it means, but it sounds good. Welcome in, everybody, as we get rocking and rolling here. Underwriting support for this program is made possible in part by Elliott's Jewelers, their website, elliotsjewelers.com, and also Guardian Defense online at guardiandefensellc.com. Very late this morning. We're gearing up for quite a bit. We actually did have a pre-show, if you will, today. So totally not off the hook or on the hook, I guess. I did air a pre-show this morning at about 7 a.m. It was an interview with the Prison City Film Festival. That is kicking off today.
Really?
So that is kicking off right meow. Right meow, Deneen. So good to see you. Man, I'm out of it today. It's like it's late in the morning already for me. Real quick backstory. Broadcast a New Waverly playoff game last night down in the H-Town. Okay, the Houston. Mm-hmm. And boy, I'm so proud of those kids because they finished the district 3-7. Only 3 wins. Okay, hear me on this. They were in a tiebreaker. Well, they had to win the last game of the season to even force a tiebreaker. What do? They win in overtime. Anderson Shiro has a chance to win the game, and the poor young man missed a wide-open layup for Anderson Shiro. That forced overtime. This was back on Thursday night. That forced overtime, and then they go on. New Waverly goes on to win the game in overtime, which forces a play-in game, not a playoff, but a play-in game. Never heard of that before. In their district, they could either flip a coin or they could play to see who goes into the playoffs if they're tied. So what happens? New Waverly, they do the play-in game on Thursday. They end up winning bigly, as certain leaders like to say. Bigly. They won bigly.
Is that even a word?
Yes, exactly. Kyle knows what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. I use it all the time at work.
Certain leadership uses that word.
Yeah.
Bigly. They win bigly. They go on to play in the opening round of the playoffs against a team that only had a few losses. They were like 9-1 in their district. This
wow.
team that they played. So going into it, you think, man, it's going to be tough. I believe in our kids, but it's going to be tough. So they go in last night. They get up to a 7-0 lead right off the gate. Deneen will like this. She's a basketball gal. She's a ball gal. All right, they get up. She's the Bearcat Hoopsters.
That's right.
That's right. And so they're up 7-0, and then Brazos Wallace High School is who they were playing. Brazos Wallace. They go on a little bit of a run, but only a 4-0 run, Deneen. As we fast forward, Brazos Wallace eventually takes the lead. They lead by as many as 9 in the third quarter. But then the Bulldogs start to growl. Can you give us a growl, Josh? I'm just kidding. He won't give us a growl. He's looking at me like, no, I'm not growling this morning.
That's more of a purr.
Oh, yeah, it was a purr. What does a growl sound like? Josh, you want to try to give a growl just for fun? Can you? He said no. He said no. Kyle, you got a growl in you?
I do not.
Or a bulldog. Woof, woof, woof. There we go. That's better. That's easier. So they come back barking, all right? The Bulldogs come back barking. They end up winning last night.
That is awesome.
And so they're going on to the second. It was a huge upset. Probably the biggest upset in 3A so far this year. They go on to win. The problem, there was no problem because now I'm making it about me. Because I was going to say the problem is I didn't get home till about 11:30. That's no problem. But it was a problem because my daughter woke up at 3 a.m. and did not go back to sleep until a little bit after 5. And typically I get them up at 5:45. Mm-hmm. And so I just said, forget it. I said, we're going to be late. There ain't nothing we can do. My wife had to go to work. Today's picture day for the kids. It's one of those days to where you just say, forget it. And I know people are going to say, Rob, you always have these excuses. I was talking to someone a while back, and they were talking about, oh, yeah, we never had, they were rowdy. And then at the end of the conversation, this person goes on to tell me that they had a nanny. I'm like, don't even talk to me about that. You got a nanny. There ain't no reason you should be late to anything.
You don't have a nanny, but you got a nanny.
Yeah, but you ain't coming over until 5:30 in the morning. Trust me.
If you'd call, I would.
I know, but I ain't going to call you at 5:30. So one day I'm praying that black van shows up in the front of my house with that golden house on the side of it and holds up that big check and says, congratulations, you've won for life. And then you find out they go bankrupt and you never get your money. Did you hear about this?
No.
I won't say the full name of the company, but the PCH. We all know what that is. Mm-hmm. Josh doesn't know. It's a clearinghouse business. Yeah. They sell a variety of magazine subscriptions of anything and everything you can think of. We used to always order a bunch of children's magazines from this particular organization. And they're known for their prizes. The Prize Patrol. Have you ever heard of the Prize Patrol, Josh? Let me ask you this. The Prize Patrol.
I have not.
Did y'all have a prize patrol in Lebanon, like any type of a prize company or like here, the lottery and all that kind of stuff? But this was a sweepstakes business. Did y'all have anything like that in Lebanon?
Like we have like challenges and like Mr. Beast.
Okay.
Yeah, like something like that.
Okay. Well, here we have the black van with the house logo that everyone knows about if you're older. And that thing shows up and they surprise people and they say, boom, you've won how much? Like
$1 million.
Could be $1 million at once. Could be you've won $5,000 a week for life.
Yep.
Okay. They just show up. You have to enter to win, but it's a legitimate thing. But they went bankrupt. And so think about these people that have won like this once in a lifetime deal. And now they find out that they're not getting their checks anymore from this company. And I was reading about this, and the company went bankrupt.
It was kind of like, you remember that show?
Talk a little bit closer. And yeah, there
that show, Extreme Home Makeovers?
Yes.
I mean, I saw a thing where these people, like, it's a great thing, and they're doing great, but, like, the value of their houses went up, and the taxes got horrible on them. And that was always, like, a dream for mine, not PCH, but to see the cameras come out and be like, all right, we're going to redo your house. Just so I could use yell, move that bus.
I don't want them to like redo the house. I just want them to come clean the house. Just y'all come on and clean. My poor wife works her tail off, and every once in a while I call up a company. I I'm not going to promote, here over the FM, but I call up a local company to come help, and they do a great job. But Daddy ain't got that much. Daddy ain't got the cash to call them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it that way.
Are we talking? Am I thinking on the same person?
You're
you are?
thinking. You're thinking.
Okay.
You're thinking.
But back to what you were saying about the basketball with the Bulldogs. I mean, that's a win for home, and then it just seems like this week has been a win for Texas and a win for the United States of America.
Yeah.
Because let me fix this.
Yeah. There you go.
Can you hear me a little better?
Yeah.
Because America, USA beat Canada and got
In
the golden
hockey.
hockey.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the first time in 47 years.
Josh, you been watching the Olympics, man? Is Lebanon in the Olympics?
No.
No.
Actually, I don't know.
And I didn't see him walk through.
You been watching any of it?
No, but I heard about the game with the hockey.
Yeah.
It was a good game.
Yeah, they had a tie for a long time though.
Yeah, they tied and went into overtime, and
Yeah.
USA won it in overtime.
Nice. I have. I just got some. This. I don't know what this is.
Well, if you ever get a chance,
I'm out of it today, guys,
Josh,
sorry.
watch curling.
Curling. Yeah. I would also.
That's a weird sport.
Yeah, with shut eyes.
I would have busted my hiney long before that.
What I highly recommend watching. Josh, can you name a figure skater?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, perfect. I can name 3. Scott Hamilton, Elvis Stoico, Tara Lipinski, Nancy Kerrigan. I can name 4. There was also a young girl from Spring, Texas that used to be a figure skater that was really, really good. And I cannot remember her name. She was really good. I think she won the gold. Remember
Yes,
that?
several.
Figure
several
skating's where they
times.
go around the ice. They do all those cool little spins and stuff.
No, she was in.
Who was that?
No, you might be thinking about the gymnastics.
No. It was either Spring or Katie. I think she may have been from Katie. Hold on, I'll find this. And not Amber Glenn was one of them. That's not who I'm thinking of. Maybe it was from Katie. Anyone out there in internet land know this? Let me know. Alyssa Leo, but that's not who I'm thinking of either. I cannot think. There was a girl. Anyways, like I said, I'm out of it today. I'm just all thrown off today with everything going on. Anyways, welcome in as we are rocking and rolling here this morning. We do want to lift you up and encourage you. I know we're on the FM a little bit later than normal today. Time now 8:33. We're going to wrap up before too long. A shorter show today, and we're just going to carry it over the FM. We're not going to stay. We're not going to take a break and then go back to the social media for a couple of reasons. One, a very important day. If you're hearing my voice right now, we want you to come out. In less than 30 minutes, this is why we're going to wrap up. In less than 30 minutes, we're going to start receiving items for our 3rd annual Share the Love Senior Citizen Fundraiser. We've done this now. It is our 3rd year. And this year, we have picked 2 days. Instead of just one day on a Saturday, we're going to do it today on Tuesday and on Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. here at First Baptist Church, 1229 Avenue J, right across the street at our Family Life Center. Now, as I got out of my truck, I was thrilled to see that they are doing directional drilling right where we're going to have the donation drive today. No notice at all from anybody saying that they were going to be there today. So wherever you see the big directional drill, that's where you drop off the stuff today. I was like, man, I'm trying to be positive today, and with everything going on, and then I drive up and they're out there burying cable underground, and it's not the church, it's the utilities.
Yeah, not defending them to the point, but that's not even one of the big drills. I used to run one of the big drills.
That's the little baby drill.
No, it's not
That's
a
the
baby.
hard-
It's about medium size. It's what they're doing there. They're probably going to drill maybe 100, 200 foot.
That's the harbor.
And then
That's the Harbor Freight drill.
Depending on what the soil like underground, that could be done like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Could be done in an hour and be done. And they move on to a different spot.
Or the way it's been today, they could hit a nice little water line that's buried under
That
there.
is an option. That is always.
Or even better, a gas line.
Yeah, that's always a
Those are
possibility.
fun. Those are fun.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully not. We'll pray that they don't. It is the 3rd annual Share the Druv. You have any druv, Josh? Can you share some with me? The druv? I don't even know what the druv is. Share the Love I'm telling you guys, we shouldn't even have the show today. Share the Love fundraiser. This is the donation drive for senior citizens. And here's the items that we are looking for. If you think about a senior citizen, just think of any items that someone like your grandparents would need, or elderly folks. And it's things that some of us take for granted: paper towels, toilet paper, adult bed pads. We need those. Adult Depends, body wash, shampoos, lotions, hand sanitizer, deodorant, cleansing wipes, lip balm. I needed some of that this morning. Nail clippers. I used nail clippers this morning, which brings me into a quick discussion.
Oh, no.
Kyle, how often do you clip your nails?
Well,
I know we're getting personal, but I just got to ask this question.
I don't clip my nails.
Oh, okay.
I have a bad habit of biting my nails off.
The old nail biter.
Yeah.
That's the way some of these basketball games are, right? We're about to have a bunch of nail biters. Deneen's nails are very beautiful, by the way. Very nice. Josh, are you a clipper or a biter?
I'm a biter.
You're a biter?
See, I'm not alone. Yeah, thank you, Josh.
Or some people are a picker. If you think about it, some people pick, bite, or clip. That's the discussion today that we're going into.
All three.
You're in all three. First, I clip my nail. I get very annoyed feeling nails. And I don't know what it is. Somebody out there in internet land is listening, and they know the answer to this. My nails grow like wildfire. And I feel like every 4 days I'm clipping them. And I'm not talking about like they're just a little, like they get long very fast. I don't understand why.
A lot of women would love to have that problem.
And that brings me to another discussion.
Oh, no.
A lot of women love doing their nails, which is okay. Your nails are beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
But I'm so thankful that I'm a guy that literally within 20 seconds, my nails are done. I just go click, 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 done. Why can't those nail salons do it that fast? And they need to figure out a way to do it fast. When my wife goes, she is there for like 2 hours. Now, why can't they figure out a way to do it very fast? Deneen, is it something that takes a long time? I'm going to ask Deneen this, or is there a lot of I can't even talk. I don't even know what word I'm trying to say. This is what 3 hours of sleep does to a person.
I don't go to the nail salon and do my own.
Okay. How fast do you do them? Pretty quick, or is it?
Yeah.
I
About
just don't.
20 minutes, if that.
Yeah. Why does it take them like 2 hours? Is it I think maybe it's the experience.
Well, I think when you first get there, if you already have nails on, they got to take those off, and then they soak your hands, and then they have to go in. They do the stuff. Oh yeah, they do a lot.
You know what the number one thing have you ever been to the bakery at the grocery store and you pull out the tray and they've got there's trays at some of the bakeries and you pull it out and there's donuts in there and there's bread and those things. I'm going to move this coffee away because my stomach ain't going to feel good after what I'm about to say. You know what the number one thing that they find in those drawers are?
Bugs.
Women's fingernails.
Oh.
We're just
Oh, Josh, it's okay, honey.
now to be fair, there's probably some guys' fingernails too, but let's just be honest. So, anyways, we're lifting you up and encouraging you this morning here on Good Morning Huntsville. Anyways, we need nail clippers today. Denture adhesive, toothpaste, toothbrushes, laundry soap, tissues, activity books. You think about crossword puzzle books and word search books. Folks love those books. Also, non-slip socks and cleaning supplies. So if you could find it in your heart today to help bless senior citizens, we would love for you to come and drop off those items. Again, we will be at the Family Life Center, the loading dock. Look for the blue tent. We will have a blue tent out there and some signage that I'll put up. But just come by at the church, but it's right across. They'll see us on the side. Kind of that road where the back entrance is to Farmhouse Cafe.
Yeah.
I don't know what that road, but you know what I'm talking about. There's the new parking lot. You'll see the parking lot back there that we have, and then right across the street. So just come today, look for the blue tent, and drop
Wouldn't
off
it
those
be
items.
on the corner of 13th and J?
Yeah, that's it. 13th and J, right here across from Studio 1229J.
You know,
My voice sounds raspy today. Like, have you ever been so tired that your voice is just, that's how I have a tired voice today.
You sound okay to me.
It's very tired. See, it's like missing air.
Pizzazz.
Yeah, no, it's like I try to talk and then it misses some of the voice box stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about today. But please come and be a part of that again. We'll be here today and tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Curbside drop-off. We've got volunteers that are coming throughout the day as well. And again, we would love for you to help bless these senior citizens. Now, many of you are probably asking, well, where are these items going to go? Why can't we just take them ourselves? We found a very easy way just to put the items together for everybody. And what we do, the first year, we actually divided it and bagged it up. And we decided the second year that there may be some things that people don't need when we bag it up ourselves. And so what we do is we split the items in half based on whatever we have. If we got 4 big things of toilet paper, we divide it in half, if that makes sense. Half of it goes to Parkview Place Apartments, which is the senior apartments right across from the Chamber of Commerce. And then the other half will go to the senior villages of Huntsville. And what we do is we coordinate with them. We show up, we put all the items, we display them, kind of like they're going shopping, right? But no charge. And the residents will come through and pick what they need. And they're always very generous and very caring of what other people, very considerate of what other people may need. And so they take what they need. And we've even had it to where there's stuff a little bit left over. And whatever is left over after that, we take to the senior center of Walker County over there with Stacy Law. Mm-hmm. So come and be a part of that. This is an annual fundraiser. We do 2 big fundraisers with Hello Huntsville and Spirit Radio. One of them is Share the Love, which is today and tomorrow, and the other one is Rays of Hope, which
Rays of Hope should be coming up soon.
It's going to be coming up in June already, and we haven't even started promoting that yet. Can you believe it? It's going to be our 4th year doing that?
Well, we're going to have fun.
Yeah.
I'll be there for you. You know that.
Deneen has been there every year for us, so we'll call Kyle's employer and tell him, hey,
Well,
Kyle needs some time off.
well, I'm actually in the middle of time off. I've been off since 8th of since January 8th. I
Back talked his wife.
I folded some towels the wrong way.
Yeah.
No, I had
boy, you better put that tag on the inside of those towels.
There was an incident, and I ended up tearing a tendon in my hand.
Oh man, that's what the brace is
Yeah,
for,
so
man.
they,
Man,
Yeah, I had to go in and get surgery and have them stretch the tendon back out and put an anchor in.
good night.
Yep, They said I should go back in like 8-9 more weeks.
Well, briefly, let the people know what you do because they're wondering like, how did this guy do this? You have a pretty cool job.
Yeah,
man.
so I'm a towboater. If you don't know what that is, I go on a boat that's on a river, and I get to these things called barges, and I push these barges around to docks, hauling chemicals and black oil. And my job is to take the stuff that's in the barges and put it on the dock, and the stuff that's on the dock, put it back in the barges and take it to the next stop.
Nice.
Oh, and
That
he's
is
been
a busy
promoted.
job.
He's been climbing the ladder pretty fast, and his captain really likes him.
Yeah, so I think I just hit my my license to be a tankerman.
Nice, man.
And,
Congratulations.
I think I got, after this, I'll probably have 1.5 to 2 years, and then gonna put my foot in the door to get my pilot's license. So I can start
Nice.
driving the boat. But I gotta go through a bunch of steps. It's a long process to get there, but as long as I get the start of it.
Well, I appreciate you, Kyle. You called me the other day just to check in, and you were
Yeah.
telling me how much and I appreciate you calling me. That you don't know how much that meant to me, man. Because I don't mean it like negatively or woe is me, but I don't really get a whole lot of calls of like, hey, usually when I get a call, it's like, hey, I need your help with this. You know how that is, right? You know,
Yeah,
and-
well, I called you and said I needed you.
No, and it's not. No,
Judge.
but y'all call just to say hello too, and I don't mean that rudely. I mean, I don't ever want to like put someone in that compartment because I do the same thing. You know, I get really busy, and it's not that I forgot about people. I feel bad because, you know, when football season starts up, I call people saying, hey, would you like to help sponsor this broadcast? And some of the people, I don't talk to them, but that once a year, I feel bad about it, but it's not intentional. We just get busy in life, and it doesn't. Man, I just had this thought that like sometimes we just need to chill out. And I think that we expect the worst in people because it's like, oh, well, that person only calls me when they want something. And so you automatically think that that's all that person cares about. And that's not true. There are people that I only hear from once a year when they want something. And my first thought isn't, oh, there's so-and-so calling me again because they want something. My first thought is like, man, it's good to hear from you. What can I do to help you?
Yeah, or it's the fact of, they call you that one time a year, and it's usually if they want something or just, they're just saying hi. And like, well, I haven't heard from you in over almost a year. Well, I've texted you. And if you're like me, I don't like to text.
Yeah.
I don't like texting. I've never been a big texter. If I want to talk to somebody, I'm going to call them. I like a phone call. I want to hear their voice because I can't tell if they're angry at me over a text message.
I mean, some people get so bent out of shape over that. I was talking to somebody a while back, someone close to me, and when you say close to me, it's usually family. And,
Hey, aren't we all family?
And I was talking to some kind of semi-distant family. Well, I never hear from so-and-so. Blah. I said, well, at least you hear from them. And I said, well, think about this. I said this. I said, you never hear from so-and-so, huh? Yeah, they don't ever care about it. I never hear from them. Well, when's the last time you called them? Mm-hmm. And so maybe that's the inspiration. See, Josh, I knew we were going to get to this segment eventually. The inspiration today is don't be that person that says, well, I never hear from blah, blah. Well, maybe you never hear from them because you never call them. And so if there is somebody on your mind today, as I'm speaking right now, that you said, well, oh, Jimmy, I never hear from Jimmy. And you got that tone. I never hear from Jimmy. Jimmy never calls me. I'm not mocking anybody. I'm just thinking that's what it would sound like, if I was like 80 years old and I was barking about somebody. I never hear from Jimmy. Well, then maybe today you need to call Jimmy. Maybe today you need to call him. Does that make sense?
Communication is a two-way street.
Just call. Josh, what do you think as a young, growing 19-year-old man? What do you think that it's rude if you only hear from somebody once a year? Maybe they're just busy. What are your thoughts on that? Or maybe you just need to call him. What are your thoughts, Josh?
I think it's like as humans, we take things too personally. And
Yes.
we think that
Thank you.
like we think like people don't like us just because like I fell into that trap before, like
I have too.
oh, they don't like me because they haven't talked to me in a while. But I like my
They're just
cousin
busy.
my cousin in Lebanon, like I was, as soon as you started talking about that, I was like, I don't know when the last time I called him.
Call him today. Call him today and just say, hey, what's going on, man? I was thinking of you.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I mean, that's why I called Rob. I was sitting there as me and the wife were headed back to Huntsville. I was like, man, I'm thinking about Rob. Let me call him, see how he's doing.
It meant the world to me.
Yeah.
When I go on long trips, the thing that I love doing driving when I miss broadcasting Sam Houston in the Southland Conference. I miss doing it altogether, but I really miss doing it when we were in the South. I miss college stuff I won't get into this, but I miss college stuff pre-NIL also. But I especially miss broadcasting Sam Houston when we were in the Southland for this reason, because I got to travel on my own a lot of times and drive. And when we'd go play all them schools in Louisiana, I would get on the phone and I would call people and talk to them for an hour, 2 hours while I'm driving. The other day, I was thinking of a guy that I hadn't talked to in probably 6 years, a guy that actually we had a little beef. We got into some beef, man. And I felt bad about it. And I said, I need to call this guy and just try to clear the air. It just weird. It popped into my head. It was a guy from like 6 years ago. And he was a good guy in my life. He helped me a lot. But as an entrepreneur, there were some things that I was doing that I think he was kind of frustrated because he thought in a way that I was competing with him. And I really wasn't, because his deal was a nonprofit. Mine was commercial. And this was years ago in Georgetown. But there was a conviction that came over my heart. And I said, man, I really need to call this guy. Because, it wasn't like we got on the phone and, yelled at each other. It was just one of those, oh, I'm unfriending you on Facebook. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. One of those. And those hurt, man. Those hurt. They really do. And I hadn't talked to him in 6 years. I just felt this conviction. I need to pick up the phone and call him. He answered. And we ended up having about a 45-minute conversation. And he said, man, it's all good, brother. Don't worry about it. He goes, that's water under the bridge. And now he and I talk probably once every 2 or 3 weeks. We'll text each other.
Yeah, and
it feels good. It feels good to clear that and move on.
Yeah, it's always good to clear that, get that off your heart. Mm-hmm. It's I've had a situation where there was somebody that I could not care about because they had wronged me. And after, taking a while, I mean, it doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
Just taking a while to be like, okay, I can forgive this person in my heart because I know that's what, that's what God and Jesus would have wanted is, forgiveness. And so I called them, had a conversation with them, and it was a good conversation. And it just kind of, I wouldn't say patched up all the way, but it starts the process of healing between our relationship. And it turned out great. And it's just the big thing to do is, no matter what somebody does, if you can find forgiveness in your heart, I think that really helps.
That's good, man. We serve a God who forgives, who has said, if you'll accept it, I'm here for you, no matter what. And you think about that phrase, no matter what. Think about no matter what. That doesn't mean just, okay, well, there's this and that's no, no matter what. And some of the whats are pretty bad. There are things that we can't even imagine. But we serve a God who will accept that no matter what. You ever think about that, Josh? Like, I know sometimes, especially if we get into, the rhythm of church and I don't mean it rudely, but we feel churchy. You ever felt churchy?
No.
Like if you're, let me say it like this. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, and I don't mean it rudely, but you come to church on a Sunday and sometimes you just feel churchy, And I think
Josh helped me on this one.
I need help on understanding what do you mean by churchy? Because like
you just feel like you're doing the right thing.
Righteous.
I don't know about it, but maybe I don't know, but I don't feel it anymore. But I know, especially like when I was younger, I'd go to and I was like, I'm doing the right thing, and you don't mean to. It's not. You're not trying to make it about you, but you don't realize that you are.
Yeah.
And you feel like I'm going to church today. I'm feeling churchy. That was when I was younger. Now it's like I'm going to church to worship the Lord, man. I need to give him my full undivided attention today. But when I was younger, I kind of had that sometimes. It would come over me. And when you're in that moment or that season, you feel like, man, the Lord is with me. But then you sometimes forget about he forgives everything. Have you ever thought about that, though, Josh? Like thinking about the Lord and how he forgives everything. Everything. There's nothing. Everything. It's pretty amazing to think about. That's our God. If we'll just ask him.
Yeah, it somehow like at the same time like I'm filled with awe, but at the same time I'm like broken.
Yeah.
Because like
I don't deserve this.
Yeah, the amount of things I've done, like in spite of the fact like I know that it's wrong and I still do it.
Yeah.
That's like you just think of that and like I'm like, why would you choose to pick us? Why would you choose to redeem us?
For me, not, being 100,000% transparent, but I want to be transparent. For me, it's a lot of bitterness. That's the one thing I struggle with is I'll start thinking about things of the past and I get bitter really quick. And that's a sin. Honestly, it turns into a sin.
Oh, yeah.
And that's something of like, and even this morning, I was stressed out about everything. And I'm saying, well, I ain't got nothing to be stressed out about. I got my friends in here this morning. I got a God who loves me. I got my friends in here. My children are healthy. We got to school okay. My wife made it on the way. She's got a job. And so maybe you're in that boat this morning. There's somebody out there in that boat that's just a little stressed.
Yeah, it seems like everything's going wrong.
But it's really not.
But it's not.
It's not. I kind of joked about it a little bit this morning, and then I felt better. And then once we got on the air and I finally woke up, I started feeling better. But for me, I think bitterness is one of those. And I'll be honest, sometimes the words that come out of my mouth, I don't mean for them to come out of my mouth. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I don't say a bad word every once. I do, and I feel terrible about it. And I'm glad.
I don't have a filter.
I'm glad, though, that now, like, I've prayed for that conviction. Like, Lord, convict me. And there's some things that, like, why did I just say that? You know?
And especially like when you got young kids around.
Yes.
You really gotta watch it. Like my son, he's at that age where he's repeating everything, especially what Daddy says.
My daughter, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter said something probably like 6 months ago, and I was like, "Did she learn that from me, or did she learn it at school?"
Yeah, and that's the thing.
And
That's
it
what
bothered me.
Yeah,
because I think that I slipped and said something one day, and it wasn't even in the same room. Mm-hmm. It's like one of those you stump your toe type deals, and immediately I felt the conviction. And it doesn't mean that it's right, but I'm so thankful that we serve a God who convicts us, because that's the only way that we're going to grow is through the conviction. And I want to challenge people this morning that you pray for the Lord to reveal areas of your life that you need some help with. I mean, I need help in a lot of areas of my life. I need help in more areas than I don't need help.
Yeah.
But I'm thankful for the conviction. And it is a very scary prayer to pray, Lord, break me to where I need to be broken. But I want to encourage people to pray that today, not to be negative, but the Lord will. He will break you to where you need to be broken, because guess what? If it ain't broke, how can you fix it? And I know that may be a downer message, but man, we can get on here, we can talk all happy and, oh, it's all good. Well, I'm going to call up Jack today. Sometimes we need to pick up the phone and call Jack.
Yes.
Just like we need to pick up the phone and call God, because guess what? His phone is always ready to be answered.
Mm-hmm.
You need to call him today. Josh, any final thoughts? It's been a good morning. It just took us a while to get rolling. Took me a while. You were here. But any final thoughts? Maybe chime in on a little bit of that, man. I always like your insight, man.
Yeah. I was thinking about what you said, to pray the prayer of, Lord, break me to where I need to be broken, because
That's scary.
it is scary. But at the same time, like Paul in 2 Corinthians 12 talks about how he has a thorn in his flesh, and he pleads with God 3 times. God, please take it. No, I'm not going to take it. God, please take it. No, I'm not going to take it, Paul. God, please take it. Paul, I've told you 3 times. I'm not going to take it. And then Jesus says, like, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in our weakness. And so God's power is perfected when we are less, when we are broken, when we are, because you look at the nation of Israel, like the smallest nation ever. Why did God pick Israel? Because it's the smallest, weakest nation ever. Did not have a king, was enslaved, basically nothing. Like, and God chose that people so that his glory would be glorified throughout the nations, and the nations would realize, oh, their God is real. And so it's the same thing with us. Every single person now, like, whenever we are less, that's why God chose the broken, the fishermen, the tax collectors, the ones who nothing is expected out of them. And then God used all of them for his glory. And like, Jesus calls us to be the light of the world. And he says, therefore let your light shine before others, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. And so like, he wants his glory. So yeah.
Think about Israel to struggle, right? To struggle, to wrestle with God. And then you just said something I never thought of that was kind of cool. Israel. God is real. Think about that. Never thought about that. God is real. So there you go. Yeah. Well, Deneen, thanks for hanging out. I've got to go set up some signage. In 1 minute, less than a minute, there's going to be a line of cars dropping off items for senior citizens here at First. Any final comments today?
Peace, brother. Peace and love to everybody.
Can you throw up, the sign?
I do have to say one thing.
I just want Deneen to do this, though. Yes.
I know I raised 3 boys, and I can honestly say that my boys, their manners are just out of this world.
Yeah, I agree.
And so I did something right.
Amen.
We may not always get along, but I did something right.
You did a lot right, Deneen.
Thank you.
And 2 of those boys I know, and they've always been good boys. And this one right here, this guy picking up the phone call, you know how much it really did. That meant the world to me. Just a simple phone call. You don't know how much that meant to me. Oh, yeah. And sometimes I think that we got to make this big deal, or we feel like, man, well, I got to do that. No, just pick up the phone and call somebody.
He's real good about that.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes his phone call to me, even though we live right next door to each other, sometimes he'll pick up the phone and say, hey, Mama, what you doing? And it's just, it comes at the right time when I needed to hear that.
But sometimes I'll just walk over and I'm like, hey, Mom, what's up?
Sometimes he'll pick up the phone and then he'll be like, Mom, the meatloaf.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, Kyle, any final comments today, man? Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah. I mean, like I was talking about earlier, forgive us, forgiveness. If you get anybody out there who's struggling with somebody or struggling with something, Jesus died on the cross to forgive our sins. Now it's our job to try to forgive those. It's even in a prayer, forgive us and, forgive us of our trespasses. And as we forgive those who trespass against us. I mean, I think that's a big one in my heart right now is finding forgiveness of the people that have done us wrong. And I think you'll live a lot happier life with that.
There's folks that are listening this morning in 5 of our correctional institutions, 5 of the 7. We know that the signal is reaching, and I hope and pray that at some level that this message reached those that need to hear it this morning, because all of us are not worthy. We're not worthy of anything. The Bible says very clearly, for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But he sent a Savior in Jesus Christ to come and die for us. We didn't deserve that. Shed his blood for us over 2,000 years ago. If we will just accept him and have faith in him and ask him into our heart. And what does that mean? It's just an invitation. God, come on in. I'm ready for you. I'm tired of living this same mundane life. I don't know what the mission is in my life. I don't know what the purpose is in my life, but can you help reveal that to me? It's an invitation that God calls us to. And friends, I want to encourage you today to accept that invitation, to ask him into your heart, to pick up your Bible and read it. But ask the Lord into your heart, and he is going to change your life dramatically. And it's not going to be easy. In fact, I think some people, I've heard, things are going to turn around for you. They're going to turn around eternally. Absolutely, they're going to turn around. But things could get even tougher because spiritual warfare is a very real thing. We have to ask God to forgive us of our sins. I think so many times the word sin is avoided now. It's what I like about here at First and churches throughout our community. We don't shy away from that. It's part of it. Sin is a real thing, and we have to ask for forgiveness of our sins. We have to repent. And what does repent mean? It means turn from that. And so if there's something today that keeps coming back to your heart, today's the day to turn from that. Say, Lord, I need your help. I got to repent. I got to turn from that today. Get me out of this cycle, whatever that cycle may be in your life. Maybe it's bitterness like it is in my life. God, get me out of that cycle and turn from it. Well, hey, I hope this has been a good word today. Thank you for hanging out, Deneen.
Yeah, I didn't have much to say today.
You had a lot, though, so thank you. I know it was a Kyle and I.
That's fine.
Your presence does more than words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Your presence is like a present.
Yes.
So thank you, Deneen. We love you. Josh, thank you. As we wrap up today here on an edition of Good Morning Huntsville and an extended version. We stayed on the air the whole time today. We want to thank you for being a part of it. We'll be back at it tomorrow, so make sure you join us, hopefully at 7:30. I think it'll be 7:30 because my wife's off, and that usually means the children sometimes stay at home. Hey, come out today. We'll be there. Family Life Center. Help donate and support these senior citizens. I'm Rob Hitt, reminding you this morning we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. We'll see you back tomorrow. See you guys.